Oh, this one time I didn't win a Tesla, and I'm going to tell you what I did win and what I learned while jumping in to a last minute contest. Was it a yeah, it was a contest, competition more so, that the final prize for first place was a Tesla. So I'm gonna go through the whole thing that happened, the backstory of how I even found myself in the running to win a Tesla, how I did not win the Tesla, and what ensued in the few hours after learning that I didn't win the Tesla to prove that I actually won something that was better. And the real crux of all this is that things are happening for you and not to you, and that has obviously been the theme of my year. So I just keep learning this lesson again and again and again. So I'm gonna put my makeup on while I'm here. Let me know that you're here. I'm actually just getting ready, but I thought I would share this with you while I had it in my head. Oh my gosh, hi. Okay, look at this giant coffee mug. It's actually only partway full because it's so big, but I thought it was fun. Okay, so I guess we could start with this question. What's better than a Tesla? So that was my initial question to myself. And my initial answer to myself around that was my 2018 convertible Beetle, in my opinion, is better than a Tesla. So that's part of it. Okay, so let me just tell you the actual thing that's happening. And I'm going to be putting my makeup on because I have a session at 9 with someone. Okay, so at um a couple of weeks ago, I learned that there was going to be a really awesome opportunity for us to share Samcart, which some of you know, the sales page tool that we use and this new course app that they have. And I learned that they were doing a launch, which you obviously are aware of as well. And I am a partner of theirs. I am an affiliate of theirs. And I've kind of halfway participated in their launches before. And I learned that they were going to be doing this launch. It was right after our 5-day kickstart, which was pushed out a little bit. So what I didn't so it butted up right against ours. So I couldn't actually participate fully from the beginning. Um but I couldn't actually participate fully from the beginning, but then I knew that I wanted to kind of like jump in last minute. But because our stuff was pushed so late because of our Facebook ads getting hacked and all this stuff, they were like really boom, 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 back to back, which is not how I would have planned things, just to be real. So if you've been on our email list and you're getting a million emails from me, know that we are going back to normal Molly starting today. I am getting a massage at 10:45. We're going back to normal. Okay. So, and anybody can become a Samcart affiliate, so I can show you how to do that. You don't even have to be a user of Samcart, which is kind of cool. Okay, so I get the information about this launch that they're doing. I really think that the offer is just like so amazing, which I only participate in things that I fully stand behind and love that I would recommend no matter what. So that's awesome. I also do need to tell you that I am one who loves a little competition. So whenever I've been involved with other launches or partner type things, I really do like the leaderboard gets me every single time. So I'm planning on doing this. Oh, and I see on the list that the first prize is a Tesla. And my first thought, which this is actually really important, my first thought was, oh my gosh, that's first of all, like that's awesome. And how awesome that they are like really stepping up the prizes because that's crazy and amazing. So that was my first thought. And then I was like, but I don't actually think I'd want a Tesla. And I must have said it 15 times at least. I probably said it 50 times, like that I don't think I'd want a Tesla. I don't even know if I'd want a Tesla. Like I mean, it'd be a fun story, I suppose, but it's not, I really like my convertible Beetle. Right. So, whatever. But I was like, maybe there's like a cash equivalent prize or something. So, yeah. But anyone that I told that the Tesla was an option to win, they'd freak out. Like our babysitter was here and she was like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Like, and I said, yeah, but I don't know if I'd want it. It was like, respectfully, Molly, you're totally crazy. So, like, this is amazing. So everybody is super, super jazzed that I've told about this, right? So, yeah, exactly. So Linda says you spoke it into existence. No Tesla for you. That is the real truth of this whole entire thing, which provided a really amazing conversation with the boys this morning. Okay, so then but I still wanted to like play. I accidentally just threw my lipstick across the room. I still wanted to play and I still wanted to be able to share this with our community. So my friend Christy reaches out and um, she's like, "Hey, do you want to see if maybe we could partner up on this thing?" Because she had to start a little late too. And she has previously been on the top of leaderboards for Sam Cart and for a couple other things as well. She's like, "Do you want to maybe partner on this?" And I was like, let's talk about it. So I remembered that a couple of years ago, my friend Katya and I partnered on another launch where we didn't share the prize that we won. We didn't share our commission. We each had our own separate links, but we did some joint videos together. We had separate bonuses. We did some joint videos together just to like, up the energy, the rising tides lifts all boats kind of idea. So Christy and I talked and I was like, "Hey, here's what I think. I think we should actually not have different bonuses, because if we have different bonuses, then it potentially skews someone to go with one or the other. Let's just have the same bonuses." So we planned this whole thing out that we were going to share our bonuses and tell the community, go with the person that you came into this through. So really what it comes down to is how we are each doing our own copy for our lists, our videos for our lists, our follow-up, our outreach, all of those things. And the big lesson is the one trick. So spoiler alert, Christy won a flippin' Tesla, which is so awesome. And it is the third car that she has won in a situation like this. Okay. So the other thing that I love about this is that Christy and I are both women in a very male heavy space. So we got first and second. I like could cry because it's so freaking cool. We got first and second place on this leaderboard out of lots of people, amazing humans, right? So, and then the third was someone named Ashley Ann, who I don't know, who I need to know because she has the most amazing hair I've ever seen in my life. So I'm going to show you, I don't know. I don't really know her, but I was like, I have to get to know you because she's amazing. So 3 women on the top of the leaderboard, which is awesome. I know Miles. Oh, who was the 4th person? I think Miles came in 5th. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be announcing all this, but whatever. Nobody told me I couldn't. Okay. I'm looking at it right now. I'm also tired. So, oh, Miles came in 4th. Okay, so that's good. Awesome. And I don't know the other people, so I don't know Miles at all really like personally, but he's been on the leaderboards for Jarvis. So I realized that I've connected kind of peripherally with him through that. Okay, but Christy did one thing differently than I did that I guarantee is the reason that she won it. I asked her if I could show you, and I'm going to show you. But before I show you, I'm going to tell you the rest of the story. It's one thing that I swear I've known we should do. I talked to the boys about it a lot. We actually just started implementing something in Glam this week that is similar to it that I am obsessed with. And it's okay. So, yeah. So this is for Sam Cart. Yes. So if you're just joining us right now, Sam Cart obviously did this big promotion. It was amazing. And, yeah, so it was awesome. And I hope I'm not like spoiling it that Christy won. But so she knows I'm doing this video, but I'm sure she's going to announce it somewhere on hers. Okay. So Danielle, this is actually going to make me cry. So I just have to say, Danielle, it's your 3-year anniversary. Okay. 3 years ago, Danielle watched one of my videos and she was like, "Girl, this is totally BS." She's like, "This is not possible. You are wearing tinfoil hats over here talking about your tricks, whatever." Cut to, she is now a believer. Okay. So what we ended up doing is we put together these bonuses. So our bonuses, we didn't even like do a value stack on them, which we totally should have done because our bonuses were valued at, as I said, like $1 billion or something. But the reason that we do that, and Christy and I are going to do a training, we decided in December because we have too many other things to focus on right now. We're going to do a training in December about how to participate in an affiliate launch because you get commissions, obviously, right? Because you're an affiliate, you're a partner. And then there's also usually prizes that they have. And sometimes it's like, how can they afford to put these prizes on these, how can the companies afford these prizes? Well, it's basically just marketing expense, right? So if you have your own affiliate launch, that's why sometimes Um, it's important to have your own prizes because people, even if they don't want the thing, they will fight for it. And I messaged one of our glam members last night and I was like, this is crazy that I am like falling asleep following up with people tonight. And the price point on Samcart was the lowest level was like $347 or something, way less than what we sell in my company. And from our launch, which I was so happy with, and I'm so proud of the people who joined us, we had less people sign up for my 2K program than we did sign up for the it was about the same amount of people who signed up for my 2K program that signed up for Samcart. But I was like so overly excited about this Samcart thing last night. And for me, it's because I really thrive in that like collaboration thing. And Liz, we've talked about this a little bit. So I know I was just messaging you this. So what ended up happening is Christy was like, what if we just combine forces together? So Christy and I have been like strategizing and doing all these things. For the most part, Christy was like, Molly, you're going to win. Molly, you're going to win. I don't even want to win. She kept saying, I don't want to win. And then she messaged me today. She's like, something on Monday clicked because in the leaderboard, all of a sudden she was like in second place or first place or something. And she realized that she actually had a chance. She has a lot of people who already use Samcart in her community. So she thought maybe there wasn't going to be a lot of other people who ended up wanting to sign up for it. So she and I the whole time have really leaned into the fact that when one of us wins, all of us win. And I was telling Olivia this morning that if I had done it on my own without Christy, like as this partner in crime, I don't think I would have hit second place. I did say when I looked at the prizes, I thought third place looked really cool. So I did say when I first looked at it, like, oh, I think I want to try and go for third place. Okay. So, and Tina, I'm so glad that you're doing it with us. So that's the other thing that I'm so excited about because Christy and I did this and we bounced our ideas off of each other. We came up with bonuses that I'm so stoked about. And I'm really, really excited about the people who signed up and joined us because they're going to get access to these implementation days, to other, like all these other things that we're putting into place. Frankie, another win is that Frankie launched his own course. He hasn't launched it yet, but he created it yesterday. And he saw how he could actually build out the sales page, how he could actually build out the course. If you watch the video, we're going to keep that up forever. It was so fun. And even this morning, he was like, yeah, no, he sees that it's possible, right? The boys were so excited about this Tesla thing, and mainly because there was an Oculus on the prize list, which I think was like 4th or 5th. And they just kept asking about the Oculus. But they were so excited about it. And so to have them on board with us, it was just like amazing. So, okay, I'm going to get to the point where I'm going to tell you this one thing that Christy did. So truth be told, she and I were both like, okay, so do you think that it's like kosher if we decide to offer Samcart as a bonus for everyone in our programs? We just buy 20 Samcart accounts. We did not do that. But let me tell you, last night, as I was like trying to follow up with every single person that had, I mean, we had hundreds of people who were interested in this, right? So I was trying my best to like go YouTube, Facebook, business page. I was all these different places following up with people, sending the emails, sending the text messages, which got delayed by like 4 hours. Thank you, Twilio. And then someone sent me this message in the middle of the night that was like, are you kidding me? And I was like, no, I'm not actually kidding. Our tech got delayed. So I messaged someone at 12:30, which I did not mean to do. That was an accident. Actually, it wasn't even an accident. The tech thing messed it up. So I'm doing all these things, right? And this morning, good question, Diana Sabatino. So I did win a full, which is actually kind of funny. I won a full studio, like a video studio, which I finally feel like I have a nice camera and I set up something that I want, but I mean, I'm excited to see like what they have for this video studio. I don't know. And I'm also now JD and I are I think JD's going to come too. We're going to Miami for a mastermind in December, which that kind of stuff out of affiliate launches and things like that, I've gained so much because of the relationship building and the momentum. So now at this point, I've been talking to so many of you like Diana about setting up her courses. And we're going to deliver these bonuses. And for those of you who are like, why do you distract yourself with these affiliate things? This gives me it's a domino. There's a domino effect that happens here where I get to talk about the fact, I get to show my screenshot that shows that we've almost generated $3 million inside Samcart. Like I can talk about the things that we've done with these strategies. And I know full fact that some of you are going to decide, oh, she won second place on this leaderboard. She must know something. Let me work with her. Right? I know some of you are going to self-select for that. And like I said, a lot of the business relationships that I've made were because early on I participated in launches like this. So I was at the top of like Todd Herman's. I've been sometimes on the top of the Jarvis one. That Jarvis one, it's very male dominated, and I'm like committed to being back on that leaderboard. So at some point I got to do that. So ready. Yes. Oh, and this is the other thing. Like I did a giveaway. So last night I was talking to Diane because she ended up winning our giveaway. We gave away both Sam Cart. This is another little tip before I give you the big secret. We ended up giving away both Sam Cart and Show Up with Video, our program. So Sam Cart was $3 something, almost $400. Show Up with Video is now $2,197. It's going up to 5K. So if you want to join, you should join now because it's going up to 5K. There's these two, and Show Up with Video is lifetime access. So technically, Show Up with Video is a higher value, but I knew some people would want to actually win Sam Cart, right? So, but Diane ended up winning Show Up with Video, which is so awesome because now, because of this, I'm giving back. So I'm using all the momentum for all this goodness. Like there's so much goodness. And when I saw the leaderboard this morning, I was like, I think that's exactly what I did. Just because it would have been really cool to like wake up Frankie, because Frankie and I did this video together last night, to wake him up and be like, oh my gosh, we won a Tesla, you know? But it's okay. So, and like I said, I would have gotten like a cash equivalent. So even now I'm still talking myself out of it. Let me show you what Christy did. So she said, because this whole time she's been like, Molly, you're going to win. Molly, you're going to win. Molly, you're going to win. Okay. And then she's like, this is what she said to me this morning. I've also learned that Christy and I do not sleep. She said, I'm really not going for first, but Monday afternoon, something kicked in. And the funny thing is, Mark said he saw the shift and he knew I would win. It's game on when the affirmations get written. Okay. And this is something that I know I've done in my life. I know I've done in the past. I tell the boys about this kind of stuff all the time. I just honestly have not been as committed to it as I should be. Look at what she did. She told me I could show you. Okay. This is the third car that Christy has won. I win cars. It's what I do. I'm the Tesla winner. I'm the Tesla winner. I'm the Tesla winner. I'm the Tesla winner. I'm the Tesla, with all the little Sam Cart things there. Okay. And then, you know what else she did? She went and took a picture with her neighbor's Tesla because she's amazing. So I showed this to the boys this morning and I was like, okay. I said, y'all, because Charlie was like, what? Charlie was actually really bummed about it. Frankie was like, it's okay, Mom. Like, we did really good. I'm really proud of us. And I said to the boys that and to Olivia this morning, I said, if I had not actually done this collaboration thing with Christy, I don't think I would have hit second place. I think that I would have put some stuff out there, but having her like literally running with me and excited about it and coming up with new ideas and that kind of stuff, it helped just to shift my energy around it, helped to keep me excited and helped to keep me like knowing that we were going toward a goal, right? Which is why I think it's so important to have like a coaching community. It's so important to have a coach that you're working with, a mentor that you're working with, and why it's so important to claim your goals out loud. So one thing that we just started doing this week in Glam, in addition to like goal setting that we usually do, we're using a technique that one of my dear friends taught me that she does in her program, Shamika. And it's that they do videos every week claiming their wins and their opportunities for the following week. Every single person puts a video inside their Facebook group. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's such a good idea. And so we did our own little spin on it and everybody did it on so the assignment was on Friday, but I don't think everybody really like fully got it. So Tuesday during our coaching call, I was like, guess what? Bev is the only one who actually did this. So we're all going to go do it together. And everybody came back. I did it myself too. Everybody came back and said it was so different, even though we have our vision. You know, one of the big things that we do in Glam is that you write your vision. and it's in the calendar every day. So you read it every day. But saying it out loud and putting it into a system like this, it's a totally different thing energetically. And I told the boys, like, I could do this with them, and we could have said, we could have every morning, like, we could have set an alarm to, like, do a dance like the Tesla dance so that you really believe it. But what I actually was doing, I was vacillating on whether or not I really wanted to win. Like, I knew I wanted to, obviously, but I didn't use the practice of future gratitude, which is what we talk about. So, I did it like a little bit, but not full on, full on. And so the greatest gift that I got out of all of this was being able to have this conversation with the boys and show them that action steps, right? Like work leads towards something. And without actually doing the deeper inner work, you're probably not going to get to the full on version of the most awesomeness without that piece, right? And it's actually something that's technically easy. So, yes, claiming the victory as if it's already happened. And we talk about it a lot, but like I said at the very beginning, if you missed this, that to me, the Tesla itself was not something that I was like, oh, that's what I really want. And I kept saying that, like, I'd apologize. Like, I told my family about it the other day, and because I was in first place for a while. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, like I'm in first place in this leaderboard to win a Tesla." And they all were like, "What?" Everybody was freaking out about it. But then I kept apologizing for it. And I knew at least I had like the mental wherewithal to be like, "You're apologizing for this and like don't do that," or not even don't do that, but celebrate this and like shift that. But it's like it's like a real for real thing. So, and this is part of what I teach, and it was just really good to, like, see it in proof and then be like, "You know what? If your goals don't happen, it's most likely because you're missing this actual step." For real. So, that is what I learned and what I won. And now I'm gonna go to, um, get a massage. I'm gonna finish there's 2 more videos that are coming out and Show Up with Video this week, so if you're in there, I got 2 more videos for you. And then, yeah, totally, Linda. It could have been I'm first place for every contest, but I will be super honest with you right now about this is that actually feels weird to me because there's obviously this is like whatever. I'm just sharing this. There's a narrative for me that coming in first place, this is actually a really big shift. So my whole, and I hope this is like a helpful story for all of you. My whole performance career, almost every like role that I booked that I was really proud of was because someone else couldn't do it and I was the second runner up. So I like when I played Tess in Crazy for You, which is one of my most favorite roles ever. The show was already cast and they called me last minute and said, "Hey, we lost our Tess. Can you come in for an audition?" So I was the second runner up. For Millie there, I was the understudy of Millie. For Evita, I was the understudy of Evita. For even the Chitty Chitty Bang Bang National Tour, which is like so random, my friend Jen Sanchez actually had booked that role. And then she got West Side Story on Broadway. When she had to leave Chitty before they started, I was the person that they called to take her place. So it's like been a huge pattern that I am like really good at stepping in as the runner up. And I think there's something still, which is actually like, this is maybe the best lesson out of all of this. Cause like, obviously I've done a lot of work on things, but I think there's still something in me that's like, if you are first place, you have to apologize for it. And even at Diana, I don't know if you're still here, but um um yeah, totally. The what was I going to say? I'm going to put this on the screen because I like the fact I feel like I'm not mentioning your comments. I'm just talking back to them. So I'm putting it on the screen. So there was a what was I going to say? Shoot. Okay. First place. There was something really good I was going to say and I just lost it. Let's go back. Oh, Diana. Thank you. That's what it was. Thank you. So when I won the Made It to a Million award, which Diana Sabatino so amazingly nominated me for, I was so proud of that and like loved the fact that Diana did this whole extra thing for me at eWomen here because I couldn't go to the actual award ceremony. There was someone in the we all go hang out and do a little afterglow afterwards. And somebody came up to me and she said, I just have to tell you, you are vision casting for me. This has been so inspirational and just so amazing for me to see that you've actually done this. Like, this is vision casting. And I keep thinking about that and how I can use my wins as vision casting for others as a way to give others the proof that it's possible, right? To put that belief out there because that's the most important piece. If you don't believe that it's possible, it's not going to happen. And so the more that I can show you what I'm doing, like if you don't know about my pants story, there's this whole thing about my my sparkle pants, my sparkle pants. So there's this whole thing about my sparkle pants and how they are the most expensive pair of pants I've ever worn in my life. And I'm obsessed with them. And I wore them. I called Shamika because Shamika's like my person that I talk to about things like this. And I called her, I was like, I am standing in this dressing room and I have tried on these pants. I am freaking out because they're so expensive, but I think that I like need to have them. And so she was like, yes, you do. I bought them. I wore them to speak at the ManyChat conference. And this is the last story I'll tell because then I got to go. But I wore them to speak. I think this will be powerful also. I wore them to speak at the ManyChat conference. When I stepped onto that stage, literally, it was like I was at a full-on rock concert. I spoke, people loved it, whatever. I shared all this value. But the most important thing is those flippin' pants made me feel like I was the most brilliant, important, valued, worthy person on the planet. And with that, not from a place of ego, but just from a place of like, I can help people with this, right? So I step off the stage and I walk around, like they were taking a picture of all the women at the conference. So they were actually like calling for me to come over there. I came over, I took the picture. When I stood up, all of these women were like, oh my gosh, your pants, like touching my legs, which was really funny. And then people kept asking me, where did you get them? Where did you get them? Where did you get them? And I lied. I said, I didn't know. Oh, I don't remember. I don't know. What's the thing? What's the tag say? Because I didn't want anyone to know how much I had spent on them. So thank you. I ended up having to fly out that day. I flew out that day and I wore the pants at the airport. And my friend Scott was actually on the plane. Now we're friends. And he said that he saw me because of my pants. But once we got to, I was on my way to New Media Summit. So I got to New Media Summit and Scott came up to me later. He was like, oh my gosh, I saw you on my flight. And I said, oh, why didn't you say something? And he's like, well, I didn't really know you, but your pants, like I couldn't miss you. So the next day I'm on stage at New Media Summit and I was giving feedback on the people who were speaking. And this woman stood up and she did her little pitch, her thing. And she said, I'm a money mindset coach and I help people to go from here to there with their, to admit their success and have more money or whatever. She was great. And I got the microphone to give feedback and I looked at her and I said, I bought $1,000 pair of pants. In front of like 300 people, my whole face went completely red. And I was like, and I lied about it. So the whole room like dies laughing, right? So many people came up to me that day and they shared the fact that they reward, like men and women, that they reward themselves when they bring in a new client by buying like the $200 shirt that they love. All of these things, right? So many people sharing that they use clothes as a way to be more confident. They use like really nice clothes, like shoes, whatever. And so I decided that night I bought the domain panticipation.com, I think. And I was going to launch the Panticipation podcast where we actually celebrate our success rather than apologizing for it. So there you go. I have a call right now. I didn't even finish putting my makeup on, but that's what I learned. Go put on some sparkle pants, celebrate your success, and realize that when you step into your success and fully effing believe it, then that is when you are casting the vision so that others can do it too. Okay. I love Christy. I'm so grateful for this crazy collaboration that we did. And oh my gosh, amazing. Okay. You're awesome. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.